The NBA on 2K Sports. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. We'll watch the Toronto Raptors in this one as they go up against the Boston Celtics. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Now, here is Bargnani. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. And we're a good chunk into the season now at this point, and Clark, we're starting to see how teams are really coming together.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, at this time of the season, the rotation guys are pretty well defined. You know who your leaders are and who gets the most touches and all of that. Now it's all about execution. Boy, I tell you what, nice work offensively. Jack making the right read there.
Here's Rondo. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. To the middle. Here's Garnett. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's DeRozan. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And that one drops.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Rondo with it. Defended by Anderson. Here's Garnett. Jack with the rebound. For Toronto, they come in off the loss to the Rockets. And they double up DeRozan. No good from Jack. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Spines Thornton. Shot clock at 5. Here's down low. Defended by Anderson. The shot by Pierce will not go. Right outside to the left side wing. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. In fourth, the Celtics.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
O.J. Mayo is checked in for the Celtics. The drive by Rondo. That one falls.
Yeah, how about the speed of Rondo there? Just terrific at getting in the lane and finishing at the rim.
Jack passes to DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Rondo's shot is good. Rondo's got his second basket.
You know, he's a bit of a rarity and maybe even a throwback when you look at Rondo and how being a smaller guard, he still is comfortable operating inside.
Anderson can't get it to go.
Yeah, awkward shot there. I mean, creative on the leaner, but the D just made it too difficult for him to convert. Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's Jack after Paul Pierce's score. Inside, here's Bargnani. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in.
That was a very close look.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Some changes here for the Raptors. Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Wright. And it's Calderon in for Jarrett Jack. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Brooks checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Damari Carroll comes in for Kevin Garnett. Ariza's checked in for Paul Pierce. And it's Nash in for Rondo. Nash. Rebound by the Raptors. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
2 division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
This is definitely the first of many tonight. And in these first games, you always try to set the tone and take that mental and psychological edge.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
It's stolen by Calderon. To the paint, here's Bargnani. And Bargnani throws it down.
And you know, a player with Calderon's experience is going to be able to find the open man on that play every time.
Now, here's Nash. In the corner, Mayo with it. Here's Brooks. Takes it off the glass.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Calderon against Nash. There's the pick. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Toronto shooting their first free throws of the game. And Barbosa drops them both. 6 seconds left to play here in the first. And Carroll gets it to go.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
Here's Calderon, following the score by Kevin Garnett. Barbosa gets the bucket.
Such a fast player. Barbosa gets the ball, and in just a moment, it seems like his shot is already through the net.
Now, here's Nash. Still without a basket, and he makes that one.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Mayo against Barbosa. Davis with a screen on Mayo. Barbosa kicks to Davis. 6 to shoot. Banks offline with his 3. Boston trailing. Ariza outside, launches a 3. Scott pulls it in. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. To the inside. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Scott's got his first 2 points.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And the Raptors with some changes. Bargnani has checked in for Scott. Wright comes in for Leandro Barbosa. And Jack subbed in for Marcus Banks. And a new group in for the Celtics. Jordan, he's checked in for Brooks. Damari Carroll comes in for Kevin Garnett. Pierce is checked in for O.J. Mayo. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Nash. Here's Calderon after Rajon Rondo's bucket. And Jack kicks to Calderon. Down low. And finished off by Davis.
He may not be the biggest center in the league, but he sure can jump.
Rondo against Calderon. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, this past summer, the biggest free agent signing in sports history. LeBron James selecting of all teams, Greg, the Miami Heat.
And Kevin, how about having it televised with an hour special on major television? I think we will see more of that moving forward, where players can kind of dictate where they go, taking some of that power back from the owner.
David Anderson, he's checked in for Ed Davis.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Here's the pass to Jordan. Good, and Pierce gets the assist.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now here's Calderon. Still yet to score. Back to right. And it's Paul Pierce with the rebound.
A good scorer around the rim. He is met there by an irresistible force.
Jordan, his shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Jordan really relishes playing through contact and converting, showing you just how strong he is and a good level of concentration, too.
And so now a timeout taken by Jay Triano. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Jose Calderon. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for the Celtics. Mayo comes in for Ariza. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Jack passes to Bargnani. Back to Jack. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Bargnani kicks to Anderson. 4 on the shot clock. Here's DeRozan. And the Raptors miss again.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And Thornton with the basket on the assist by Rondo. Thornton's got the lead up to 3 now for Boston. Jack surveying the D. Pass to right. Mayo against DeRozan. Wide open look. Jump shot is good. DeRozan's got 8 points. Celtics have gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. Pierce with a screen for Rondo. Inside. Pierce's shot is good. And the Celtics lead by 3.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now. The defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Jordan with a screen on Jack. In the corner, Mayo with it. Pass to Thornton. Rondo against Jack. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Pierce. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's the Celtics. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Now, here's Thornton. To the paint. Here's Garnett. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for Toronto. Trailing by 5. They host the 76ers after this game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Now, here's Anderson. Still scoreless. DeRozan's shot is off. Boston leading by 5. And Thornton kicks to Rondo. Back to Thornton. Outside, Pierce. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Pass to Garnett. Garnett getting it done down there.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Bounce pass, Jack. Bargnani from long range. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. Jack's got 3 assists in the game. And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You take a look at the Raptors. In the early season, they find themselves down in 9th place. And checking out Boston, they're looking to salvage what they can of the season.
And seeing where the Celtics are, they haven't looked anything like the team we thought they'd be this year. Still such a long way to go. They could be in line for a long, tumultuous season.
Yeah, that's the sense you get, isn't it? I mean, the important thing is that they don't panic here. Stick to the basics and work out of this slump without trying to do too much at one time.
Here's Bargnani following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Right side, Pierce fires for 3, drains it from beyond the arc. And now a 9-point Celtic lead.
Nice little bounce in their step since the break. 3 for 4 to start the half.
And so now a timeout taken by Jay Triano. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Group out on the floor for the Celtics.
10th in free throw shooting. And for the team assist numbers, not a strong point for them this year. Top 20 in the league. Could be worse, but it could be a heck of a lot better.
And talking again about the job they've done keeping their turnovers down. It's not that they play it safe. They play in control. And that's an important difference. Shot by Mayo is no good. Raptors trail by 9. Jack dishes to DeRozan. The kick out to Jack. Beyond the arc. The rebound by the Celtics.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Nash the pass to Ariza. It's O.J. Mayo on the wing. Brooks setting the pick for Mayo. Pass to Brooks. That one good for 2. Brooks has got the lead up to 11 now for the Celtics.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Now Anderson. Here's DeRozan. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
5 to shoot. Nash dishes to Carroll. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. And the Celtics lead by 13.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Pass to Bargnani. Lets it go from deep. The putback. Ariza with the rebound. For Boston, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Brooks with a screen on Jack. Brooks, left side. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And so now a timeout taken by Jay Triano. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. A new group in now for the Raptors. Ed Davis is checked in for David Anderson. Barbosa comes in for Wright. Banks checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Calderon in for Jarrett Jack. Now here's Banks. He has yet to score. And it's Davis with the jam.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue That pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Bargnani down low. The shot off that time. Well, through three-quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Boston on top as they end the... And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. It's Calderon with the ball for the Raptors. It's a 13-point game. Barbosa for 3. Kevin Garnett grabs the miss.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Kicks it out to Banks. Tries a 3. The rebound by the Celtics. Garnett's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Nash with the bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And again, Toronto no up. Celtics leading by 15. Here's Mayo. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Nash has got his 5th assist in this one.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Barbosa's shot is off. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Rebound, Boston.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Ariza outside. To the inside. Brooks. And the layup falls. And the Celtics lead by 19.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And so now a timeout taken by Jay Triano. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. New group in now for the Raptors. David Anderson, he's checked in for Davis. White comes in for Leandro Barbosa. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Marcus Banks. And Jack subbed in for Jose Calderon. Here's Bargnani. And he gets the floater to drop.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Boston leading by 17. They set the pick. Play it, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Now Arroyo. Here's Thornton. Carroll with it. DeRozan pulls it down.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Carroll against Bargnani. The 9-foot shot. Murphy there for the rebound.
Blown opportunity there. He's got to have a short-term memory. Forget about that one.
Got it to go off the glass.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Celtics.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And asserting themselves up front here, guys. They'll be taking the front end of a 4-game season series between these two. They've got to feel good about getting the upper hand tonight against Toronto.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible...
Hey now! Hey now! Yeah!
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now Arroyo. And it doesn't go. Outside Jack. Wright looking around. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, Jimmy, a pretty hostile environment. 2K Sports presents the NBA. Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics as they play against the Atlanta Hawks at State Farm Arena. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Well, Clark, as a player, are you approaching game one of a back-to-back any differently than a regular matchup?
No, I don't think so, Kevin. I mean, you go out and play the best you can, as hard as you can, and try to win the ball game. What happens, happens, and you make those game adjustments one after the other.
Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Well, it was the Boston Celtics winning their last game against the Raptors in Toronto. Johnson attacking, and Jordan sends it back. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
The moment that Joe Johnson steps on the court, he's got one thought: buckets.
Johnson hits them both.
And Joe Johnson is an incredibly gifted scorer. They call him ISO Joe. He can beat anyone one-on-one.
And the turnover again by Boston. Now, here is Bibby. To the middle. And it's Smith that time on the assist by Bibby.
And good touch there on the block. Smith knows he has the green light to attack down low.
Rondo kicks to Pierce over Williams. Bank shot, no good. Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Josh Smith. That's his first foul. First team foul. We're about 1 minute into the first. Here's the pass to Garnett.
And, you know, the length KG has creates problems for defenders, which is why they often foul him inside.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the game. He misses the free throw.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Smith.
You look across the league, so many games are won or lost at the foul line.
Crawford, no luck.
A little disjointed to start this game, missing 3 of their first 4 shots already.
Garnett with a screen on Horford. Rondo drives in, and he converts the layup.
Yeah, you want to be successful. You got to make Rondo beat you with his jumper. You can't allow him to torch you on the drive.
Bibby against Rondo. It's stolen by Rondo. And it's Pierce in the corner. Pass to Garnett. Taken away by Williams. Johnson wide open. He fires. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
Rondo kicks to Thornton. Here's Jordan. He's guarded by Johnson. Pass to Bibby. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Back to Johnson, and Johnson with the stop.
And how about the vertical of Johnson? Excellent at just getting up to drop.
looking around. Pierce for three. Rebound by Williams. The Hawks leading by 3. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Horford kicks to Bibby. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
If you don't want to get burned from behind the arc, you've got to chase Bibby off the three-point line.
Garnett with a screen on Bibby. The drive by Rondo, and the call on the shot sends him to the line. Celtics have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
It's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Pachulia, he's checked in for Horford. Powell comes in for Marvin Williams. And it's Teague in for Mike Bibby. And timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And some changes here for the Celtics. Murphy's checked in. And it's Ariza in for Rondo. Celtics trail by 8. Nash outside. Brooks with a screen on Teague. Shot to stop the run, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Side, he's guarded by Murphy. They get it again. The kick out to Teague. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. 51 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ariza against Crawford. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes back up. It's deflected.
Great effort on defense there, denying them down low.
The kick out to Mayo. Brooks with a screen on Crawford. Mayo dishing to Brooks. Banked in off the glass. Brooks has got his second basket of the game.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Steps back. Crawford. And it's good for 2.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Here's Nash. Scoreless thus far. Shot by Mayo is no good. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best productions. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
The Hawks leading by 4. Pass to Pachulia. Now here's Crawford. Here's Teague. Lets it go. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Now Nash. Garnett with a screen on Teague. Nash the pass to Garnett. Nash kicks to Garnett. To the inside. Over Horford. Rebound by the Hawks. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
And we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
Exactly. They split the series, Greg. 2 elite teams and conference foes renewing that rivalry tonight.
Garnett with the screen for Mayo. And it's Nash in the corner. Ariza outside. And here's Mayo for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Mayo's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. A top pick in the June draft, point guard John Wall. Clark, what do you think about him entering the NBA?
Kevin, I love his speed, and I'm really excited to see how he develops. I mean, he's so physical for a point guard. He's legit 6'4". He's long and rangy, almost 200 pounds. He's a guy who looks for others first as well. I'm excited to see his development.
Joe Johnson, he's checked in for the Hawks. And then for Boston. Jordan, he's checked in for Brooks. Pierce comes in for Kevin Garnett. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Ariza. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Here's Crawford. The Hawks again can't hit.
Operating from mid-range, that's a shot he likes. I mean, I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Rondo. Johnson against Mayo. Outside, Horford. Pass to Crawford. Lets it go with the three. Cans it from downtown. Crawford's got 6 in the quarter.
And going with a quick release there so the D doesn't have time to react.
And it's Rondo with the ball for Boston. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Six on the shot clock. Nash with no one around. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Nash has got 5 points so far. Outside, Horford. There's Crawford with the three. And the Hawks with another 3.
He's a big reason why they're on top. I imagine they'll keep feeding him. I would.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's ready to talk things through with them. So for the Hawks, Josh Smith, he's checked in for Pachulia. Williams comes in for Jamal Crawford. And Bibby subbed in for Jeff Teague. Outside Rondo. 1:57 left to play here in the second quarter. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
If he's one thing, he's efficient in the paint. Rondo really good with the positioning there close to the basket.
Bibby passes to Horford. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And that's why you work it inside. You put the defense in an uncomfortable position.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Nash. Pierce down low, working on Smith. Pierce with a screen on Bibby. Rondo kicks to Pierce. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Pierce has got his first bucket of the night.
And Rondo is a problem in that pick and roll, picking the defense apart with his passing.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Take a look at the Hawks. They're in second, looking to take over the first one. And, of course, there's the Celtics, 5 games behind.
And I think for the Hawks, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
Rondo against Bibby. Pass to Johnson. And here's Collins. And finish off by Collins.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Williams passes to Bibby. 19 seconds left in the second quarter. Three-pointer. And Pierce pulls it down. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Hawks lead by 3. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Jamal Crawford in this game, I mean, he's been everywhere.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Garnett with a screen on Bibby. Outside for Jordan. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Pass to Smith. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Johnson right side. Kevin Garnett grabs the miss. Celtics trail by 3. Outside Rondo to the paint. Here's Garnett. Garnett getting it done down there.
That high release point for Garnett really helps him. Feels like nobody can block his shot inside.
And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Johnson's shot is off.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Bibby against Garnett. Outside, Pierce looks for Garnett. He gets it to him. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Garnett's got 5 points so far.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggression.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Spins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Third personal foul.
All right, we've got a bit of a break now, so here's a look at the league's best defenses. Number 1, the Celtics.
Points allowed is one of the key indicators for good defensive effort. And this team does a nice job because they force opponents into tough shots. They don't allow easy shots. They're all on the same page. They're aggressive. They're focused. They pay attention to detail. And for 48 minutes, they're going to make their opponents uncomfortable.
O.J. Mayo is checked in for Boston.
Great atmosphere in this building tonight. The fans were primed for this game.
Jordan sets the screen for Rondo. And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist by Rondo. Jordan's got the lead up to 4 now for the Celtics. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Hawks. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. And here's a timeout from Larry Drew now. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
All right, Hawks Nation, time to come together and make some noise for your
So Boston ends up going with a new group.
A moment now to see the numbers for Johnson. And he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers. Always up to the challenge. His top 5 ranking has him right there with the elite. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Smith kicks to Bibby. Takes a 3. He can't get that one to fall.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Nash with the bucket.
And the quickness of the release, very impressive from Nash, especially when he gets inside.
And here is Johnson. 5 points in the game. Johnson draws the double. Pass to Bibby. 5 on the clock. Pulls it from 20. Rebound by the Celtics.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Nash with it. He's got 7. Inside. Outside, Murphy. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Here's Ariza. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. The Hawks trail by 6. Williams dishes to Bibby. Johnson from outside. That's good. It's Bibby with the assist that time. Bibby's got 3 assists now in this one. 1:14 left in the third quarter. Nash, the pass to Brooks. Count it. Good. Brooks has got 6 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now here's Johnson. 8 points for him. 46 seconds left to play here in the third. Screen by Smith. And he lobs it up with the rim. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And Smith gets off the floor as quick as anybody, especially when he's got a lob on the way.
Here's Nash, and stolen by Horford. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. Good D by Ariza.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
There's 10 seconds left in the third. Pass to Nash. Fires the 3. No good. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's the Celtics leading by 3. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. The Hawks trail by 3. Crawford outside. Pachulia sets a screen for Crawford. No good. That would have tied it. Boston shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. Garnett with the screen for Nash. Down low. And Garnett with the basket on the assist by Nash. 7 points for Garnett.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
That's him, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 3 points. Nice bucket there from Crawford.
Takes a lot of agility to pull that off. How about that ball handle?
Garnett with the screen on Teague. It's Nash with the drive. Here's Garnett. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And that's now 9 points for Kevin Garnett.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
And here's a timeout from Larry Drew now. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Johnson, he's checked in for Jordan Crawford. And the Celtics making a change here. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hi, guys. During the break, I was able to catch the message Atlanta's coach gave to his team. You wouldn't know they were down from what he was talking about. He was positive with the team. He was calm. He said he wanted to keep them focused. It's a pretty good approach, guys. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Boston?
Well, you know, for me, when you can convert this many times in the paint, I think that's a sign that your offense is really in a healthy state.
And we also got to talk about the damage they've done inside. The opposition having a hard time keeping that ball out of the paint. Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Back to Johnson. Crawford, no one around him. And a timed roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Crawford's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, once he gets on a roll, there isn't a lot you can do to slow him down.
It's Mayo on the way. Covered by Johnson. Clock at 6. Oh, the fierce finish with the double clutch.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
And here's a timeout from Larry Drew now. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Atlanta making some changes. Smith checked in for Pachulia. Williams comes in for Jamal Crawford. And Bibby subbed in for Jeff Teague. All right, here's Williams. Horford. And down it goes.
That's why Horford's out there. He's a weapon, and you've got to pay attention to him. This guy can bring you baskets in the clutch.
Garnett fires. Off target from outside. The Hawks trail by 3. Now Horford. Now Johnson. Horford in the post. Pierce covering.
Well, you can't afford to give Horford that type of advantage inside. As soon as you do that, you're cooked.
And he does not hit. Hawks have gone an outstanding 4 or 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Garnett pulls it down. Austin's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. 1:27 left to play in the final quarter. Shot clock at 6. Jordan sets the pick for Pierce. Lets it go. Horford pulls it down.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And whenever Smith gets the opportunity to attack the rim, he's going to take it.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. O.J. Mayo is checked in for Trevor Ariza. Jordan with a screen on Bibby. Here's Jordan. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
It's stolen by Mayo. Outside, Garnett. Outside, Rondo. Garnett with a screen on Bibby. 6 to shoot. Layup, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Smith! The 3 doesn't go. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management is crucial at this time of the game.
And they go to the intentional foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And here's a timeout from Larry Drew now. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in the game.
Johnson surveying the floor. So it's Boston scraping by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics as they play against the New Jersey Nets. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Now, Harris. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, everybody. We are pleased to bring you some exciting NBA action here tonight.
This should be a good one, Kevin. It's always fun watching some NBA hoops during the holiday season. One of my favorite things to do this time of year.
Now here's Rondo. driving to the basket. Count that one.
Yeah, how about the speed of Rondo there? Just terrific at getting in the lane and finishing at the rim.
Harris passes to Ross. Here's Lopez. Rebound, Boston. Here's for three. And it's Humphries with the rebound. New Jersey with the ball. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
Two conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Yeah, plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. Should make for some fairly high drama.
And Morrow drops them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Jordan sets the screen for Rondo. And the layup is good. Rondo's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, he's a bit of a rarity and maybe even a throwback when you look at Rondo and how being a smaller guard, he still is comfortable operating inside.
Here's Morrow. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
He was not having it. Get that stuff out of here. Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
Now here's Pierce. Jordan sets the pick for Pierce to the inside. Ross with the steal. On the way, Harris. Lays it up and banks it in.
First bucket for this offense, 1 of 4 to start the game.
For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Rondo. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
He is a master in that pick and roll. He knows exactly when to pull the trigger or facilitate.
Harris looking it over. Pass to Morrow. 16 feet away. And Boston with the rebound. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
Thornton, no good.
2 minutes.
And so it's Ross. He brings it up for New Jersey. Harris outside. Over to the wing. Lopez a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Morrow. Second shot opportunity. Lopez, no luck.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Pierce kicks to Rondo. To the paint. Thornton, no good.
Not a lot you can say except fantastic job by the defense.
To the middle. Here's Lopez. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Oh, he is so tough to deal with inside. Lopez just too big and too skilled.
And timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. So Boston ends up going with the new group. The Nets also changing it up. It's checked in for Ross. And it's Farmar in for Anthony Morrow. Brooks with a screen on Harris. Nash dishes to Brooks. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And Nash, really just pure genius in that pick and roll. You give him any kind of space, and he's going to whip the pass right through the teeth of the defense.
Now here is Harris. Pass to Humphries. No good that time. Nice D from Brooks. The kick out to Mayo. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Nash with no one around. Hits the three-point bomb.
And the jump shot of Nash. Poetry in motion. A super efficient shooter from downtown.
Here's Farmar. Reza covering. Farmar passes to Humphries. For three, Harris. And he's good on the three ball. Harris has got 5.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And still a close game as the first quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Nets trail by 4. Farmar kicks to Favors. The 3. Farmar, no good. The Celtics on offense will be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Nash, the pass to Mayo. Count that bucket. Mayo's got the lead up to 6 now for the Celtics.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Pass to Farmar. Back to Smith. Good. And Farmar gets the assist. Smith's got his first 2 points of the night.
Smith shoots such a solid percentage from the floor because he doesn't take bad shots. He typically takes good ones.
Inside, here's Garnett. Garnett getting it done down there.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And so the timeout taken here by Avery Johnson. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Here they come. It's Celtics Entertainment.
Some changes for Boston. Jordan, he's checked in for Brooks. Pierce comes in for Trevor Ariza. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Steve Nash. The Nets also changing it up. Brook Lopez is checked in for Murphy. Ross comes in for Joe Smith. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Burks.
So crafty around the basket. Farmar is looking to penetrate. Not a one who settles for perimeter shots.
Shots good by Garnett.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
Rondo kicks to Mayo. The Celtics working the ball around now. Off target from 3-point range. Nets trail by 6. Left side Favors. Pass to Morrow. Here's Farmar. He's covered by Rondo. Farmar passes to Lopez. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Lopez has got his second bucket. The kick out to Pierce. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. And the Celtics lead by 7. The interesting things to watch in the coming years, Greg, the role of social media in the NBA.
I mean, everyone's getting smartphones these days. Now players have the ability to communicate directly to fans. They don't need their message to go through the media anymore.
Yeah, after a nothing first quarter, he's bounced back nicely.
Farmar dishes to Ross. Here's Lopez. No good off the front iron. Celtics leading by 9. Here's for 3. Here's with another miss.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Morrow kicks to Farmar. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And the new power rankings, still only the first month of the season. Here's a chance to compare early returns. You look at Orlando. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And you know, the Celtics, they've had a rocky start to the season. Moving down a little here in the middle of the rankings. Hopefully they can make some corrections here and get this thing moving.
Chris Humphries is checked in for New Jersey. Harris comes in for Farmar.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Humphries. And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And you mentioned how powerful he is on the boards, going full throttle at both ends every play. Really helping his team compete for wins.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
To end the run, it'll go. The Boston lead is cut back down to single digits after the bucket is good from Ross.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And he hits the bucket. Nash has got his second basket of the night.
And I love that take from the Canadian Nash, a cunning and decisive attacker.
Here's Harris, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
It's Nash with the drive. Drops in the layup for two. Nash has got the lead up to 11 now for Boston.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And the dunk by Lopez.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And so that's the end of the first half. Boston on top. They lead by 9. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Look at Kevin Garnett. What a contribution.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Celtics leading by 9. Screen by Jordan. Here's Rondo. That one goes in. Rondo's got 8.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Garnett high post. Over Humphries. And Garnett gets it to go on the assist by Pierce. And that's 10 points for Kevin Garnett.
Just a knockdown shooter. Garnett so good with the ball in his hand.
Harris finds Ross. Pass to Humphries. Here's Morrow. For 3. Rondo with the rebound.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Harris passes to Morrow. Here's Lopez. He's defended by Jordan. Shoots from 8. Lopez with the bucket. He's got 8.
Offensively, he's carrying his weight, doing his part. Maybe they should get the ball to him a little bit more.
And the basket by Pierce.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior. 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
And so the timeout taken here by Avery Johnson. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. In for the Celtics. Brooks checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Damari Carroll comes in for Garnett. O.J. Mayo is checked in for Marcus Thornton. And it's Nash in for Rondo. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Lopez dishes to Morrow. Back to Lopez. 6 on the shot clock. Humphries the pass to Harris. And Boston with the rebound.
Just 1 for 4 thus far. They have not found their rhythm this half.
Mayo kicks to Pierce. Ross grabs the board.
Not the best shooting night for him, but luckily his teammates have picked him up.
Harris outside. Now here's Ross. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
Carroll with the screen on Harris. Nash dishes to Carroll. The rebound by Humphries. Nets trail by 13. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Lopez hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Lopez has got 4 points this quarter.
He's giving them a spark because he can't win this game all by himself.
Carroll with the screen on Harris. Nash the pass to Carroll. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Nash has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Pass to Morrow. And the shot goes in.
Impressive work down on the block.
And so it's Boston with it. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Brooks with it. To the inside. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Harris against Nash. A step back shot here. Harris no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Ross finds Harris. Over Nash. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Boston looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Pass to Uzo. Here's Farmar. Good ball movement here by New Jersey. Here's Favors. That shot is off. Celtics leading by 13. It's O.J. Mayo on the wing. Ariza outside. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Boston making a switch here. Brooks checked in, and a change for New Jersey. Davis is checked in. For the 3, it's rebounded by Kevin Garnett. Garnett's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Nash outside. Down low. And it's Brooks that time on the assist by Nash. Nash has got 6 assists here tonight.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Favors inside, working on Garnett.
Big block that time by Garnett, using every inch of that frame to get the block.
Nets trail by 15. Outside, Davis. Smith finds Davis. Here's Farmar. The three. They grab their own miss. Outside, Davis. Favors passes to Smith. And Davis now top of the key. Over Ariza. And the Nets miss again.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Favors against Garnett. Late in the clock, he gets it to fall.
Real nice persistence in the paint by Mayo. A 6'5" guard who doesn't mind getting deep inside for high percentage shots.
And so the timeout taken here by Avery Johnson. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. So Boston going with almost an entire new group. Jordan's checked in for Brooks. Pierce comes in for O.J. Mayer. Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for Ariza. And it's Rondo in for Steve Nash. And a new group in for the Nets. Chris Humphries has checked in for Favors. Ross comes in for Smith. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Davis. And Harris subbed in for Jordan Farmar. Now Lopez.
The up fake from Lopez working to perfection.
First team foul. Shooting for New Jersey.
No good on the free throw. And Clark, this summer, the 1960 and 1992 U.S. men's basketball teams both inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Both teams were undefeated, winning by over 42 points on average. But the world is starting to catch up after some disastrous finishes. Nice to see the U.S. back on track with 2 straight gold medals in Beijing and Turkey.
Rondo against Harris. Oh, and he cannot get the layup. Nets trail by 16. And here is Ross. Harris setting the pick for Ross. Puts up the three. Jordan pulls it down. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone contributing.
Rondo scanning the floor. Beyond the arc. That's good from Paul Pierce on the assist by Rondo.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Celtics.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Garnett.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
Harris passes to Ross. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From 10 feet out, Lopez, no luck. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Celtics. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. So it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put it.